So I've spoken about natural law a lot. I mean, natural law is really moral law. It's God's law. It's don't steal, don't kill. It's about property. Natural law is about property, and property is your rights, your body, your actual physical property, like where things you possess, things like that. But it's mainly things that the Creator has given to you that are unalienable. That is what natural law is about, and you have the right from natural law, from God's law. You have the unalienable right to protect that property at all means, at all costs. And so this goes back to karmic law, the law of karma, and the golden rule, which if you look at various spiritual doctrines, philosophies throughout the world, a lot of them encompass the golden rule: treat others as you would like to be treated. That's what Yeshua said: treat others as you would like to be treated. Treat your neighbor as you would like to be treated. Now, what humanity, in my opinion, is failing on is equating animals to that as well. It's one thing to say, hey, everyone has rights, and respect your rights, and don't steal from your neighbor. But also the sentient beings we share this earth with, when we start taking away their unalienable rights, we are violating natural law. We are violating God's law, morality, when we don't have to violate those rights to survive. If we do not need to violate the lives of humans and the lives of animals to survive, we're violating God's law. An immoral society is incapable of self-governance. So that's when we need government, de facto corporate leaders to manage us, because we have shown that we cannot follow God's law. We cannot be in harmony with natural law because we are violating the rights of other sentient beings, and we are acting immorally, and we are violating the golden rule. This is what I've learned in my awakening process, and I would like to impart that upon you to help you in your spiritual journey so you can grow and ascend out of these lower levels of consciousness and go up the chakras, so you're out of that carnal instinct, fight or flight, sort of fear, lack mentality. Get into the higher levels of consciousness, the higher chakras. And when you get there, you'll know. You'll know, and your life will change, and you'll see things differently because you're seeing them not from your two eyes, from your third eye, from the spiritual vision of seeing the interconnectedness of all things. Now, this goes back into diet, this goes back into just behavior, and that's why studying natural law is really important, because it's the governing principles of consciousness and human behavior, natural law. So when I show footage of violations of natural law, I'm not trying to create divisiveness, I'm not trying to create any sort of tension or anything else that might divide us further. It's to get you to understand that we as a species have been led astray by our cultures and our indoctrination that our society feeds us on a huge level through the media, through education, and essentially gets us to stray away from our natural moral self, which is in harmony with natural law and in harmony with the golden rule. So it's up to us to see these things. Change starts from within, and once we make that change, we can shine like a light to others, and they can be motivated, hopefully, to make that change. So when I see a lot of carnism being propagated by various pages, I think this is propagating immorality and violations of natural law. So that is the reason why I post the footage on my other channel, to get you to see what's really happening Because when you see things from the eyes of the victim rather than the perpetrator, things change. And it all goes back to the golden rule. If we wouldn't want to be treated that way by some corrupt, de facto corporate government that has no cares for our rights and property and violates our unalienable rights daily, if we don't want that to happen to us, then we can't do that to other sentient beings. This is the law of correspondence, the Hermetic principle of correspondence within natural law. The macrocosm to the microcosm, the mirror, the reflection. It all starts with our behavior. Yes, those who hate us and want us wiped off this earth, they will continue to act in evil ways toward us. But if we are mirroring that behavior and also treating beings who we deem as lower than us, if we are just creating that karmic rope and extending it down, we're just continuing this awful karmic circle and cycle that is just going to make it harder for us to achieve peace and true freedom that we want as a species, and we want as a planet, we want as a society, as a civilization. You know, I have 3 kids I'm raising. I want them to grow up in a society that is morally aligned with natural law. It's very challenging because you get all these gurus and freedom truthers who are preaching immorality. So that makes it very challenging. So I'm going to end this right now, and I'm going to hope that the followers or the audience that I gain from this video will be one that is aligned with this message and aligned with natural law and has a greater capacity for understanding what natural law is. And it all comes down to our behavior. Every day when we go face the world, we have that choice. We can choose morality or immorality, harmony with natural law or violations of natural law. And I feel that it's very important that you align yourself with the spirit, the source, the creator, and you pray if you need strength to do that, to change your actions. Ask the creator. Prayer is very powerful, and I'm nothing without prayer. I'm nothing without the creator's guidance. Absolutely nothing. So this is really the creator speaking through me to you. So I'm hoping that this will affect you positively, and this comes from a place of love and care, which is the 8th hidden Hermetic principle of natural law, one of care. I care. Many people don't care. Many people are apathetic. That's just what the controllers want, apathy. When we're apathetic to the suffering of others, we'll also be apathetic to our rights being eroded. See how it works? There's that correspondence. We don't care about their suffering, so they're not going to care about our suffering. We're not going to care about them taking away our rights too. It's all a reflection. So we can choose to change that at any time. Hope everyone has a blessed day.